Greetings, everybody. Rhadamant here. Thanks for tuning in to episode 96 of Frost and Fire. Last episode, we decided to take a quest that had us dealing with 87 insect hives, and we are cleaning up the remnants of that quest. We have about 5,000 insect jelly, and that is a lot of stuff to move around. I hope to get to a point where I can address the kill box expansion. But in order to do that, we have a lot of construction to do, a lot of hauling to do. Josh in the comments mentioned it might also be wise to double up walls, because with all of the battles that we're going to see soon, these walls are going to get battered and possibly destroyed. And if we had holes punched into them, that would not be very good. I think instead, although I agree that that is probably the ideal route, what I'm going to do is replace parts of the walls to be a little bit tougher, you know, make it so that we have granite everywhere, and then have granite blocks. So instead of repair, because repair takes a long time, my strategy will be to deconstruct and build, which is faster. It's more expensive, but we have plenty of blocks to do that. I have hundreds of blocks. In fact, I have, I don't know. Let's count. Almost 2,000 blocks to be able to quick swap replace. And actually that number is growing because Storbeck is stone cutting. Well, I guess that's the last stone cutting, but yes. So that's sort of my plan, is to replace as needed and to expand this kill box so that it can handle the volumes of enemies that we will likely experience. I'm not excited about it, but that's the reactor raids. That's what we have to do. Let's get some of these trees out of the way. Not that I'm really limited on wood, but it doesn't really make sense to be actively blocking my wind. So Gabe and Leth are going to continue deep drilling. You know, actually, I am going to set Gabe and Leth to haul as a priority. The other thing I might want to do is for the rebel farmers and the machinists, send them some nutrient paste meals in order for relationship. I don't really know how many nutrient paste meals it's going to take, but let's send 70 and 70, which of course will greatly dwindle the amount of meals that I have. But it's, we are starting to get, never mind. Everything just mass rotted all at once. In fact, that Mega Spider mass rotted while Bash was holding it. I thought I would have a little bit more time than I did, but clearly not true. One of the advantages of all these Mega Spiders that are rotted, not that I want to see them rotted, but one of the advantages is that if I do have another infestation, all of those corpses there are going to act as fuel, right? I can set the corpses on fire and get a lot of bang for my buck that way. So the next person that heads for the to eat a meal, I'm gonna have them crank out some nutrient paste. We do have spoil timers down to 9 hours, so hopefully that will happen soon. Oh, yes, there will actually be some roof collapse. It's okay, I don't really care. Not that big of a deal. And replace this with granite. I know the northern wall is limestone, and we'll have to fix that as well, but... Oh, that's not what I meant to do. I meant to be hauling these bugs out. All right, so we have all this fuel source insect meat, which is very odd, but that will work to our advantage. Okay, who's going for a meal? Phoenix, it will be you. So, Mr. Phoenix here, go for a nutrient paste. And you are going to mass cook for me so that this insect meat doesn't spoil. There's also a possibility that I make so many meals right now that I overflow the stockpile. And if that's the case, I will, after all, send allies some meals. I just have to make sure not to hit consume foul meat when I quickly try to refill. All right, there they all are. Yeah, I think we'll have room. Just eyeballing it. Looks like we'll have room. So, Mr. Phoenix, would you be so kind, after all of that nutrient pasting, to haul it for us? There's also, I think what's going to happen this episode is that Angelia, or at least her eggs, will probably hatch. And Angelia 2.0 will be trained to haul. All the more reason to keep my meat forbidden so that we don't use it for training materials. Okay, so I think that's done. Thank you, Phoenix. I don't know why you keep picking up nutrient paste meals. There we go. That got underway. All right, we finished hauling those dead bugs, so let's remove this zone. One thing I could do is put some incendiary IEDs in here. It's going to take a while for these bugs to disappear. So what I'll do is prep them to be fire traps, I guess. So 1, 2, 3, 4 fire traps will do. And that way, if I do have another infestation, all the rotted corpses will act as a fuel source and sort of automatically get the bugs to cook themselves. They will die because of the flammable corpses of their dead brethren. Pretty metal. Pretty metal indeed. As soon as I think it's the correct temperature to call in a caravan, I'm also going to flag down a trade caravan, as many as I can, in fact, maybe from all 3 of my allies, trying to maximize trade as best I can. So here it looks like a high volume place for an incendiary. Maybe here as well. Obviously, there's a lot of corpses there. And last but not least, we'll put it here too. That should be pretty good. If we, yeah, we have a lot to burn now. I'm also going to want to move some of the corpses that are in the doors so that we can close said doors. But that doesn't have to happen right now. So once the ambient temperature gets down to about 35 Fahrenheit or so, which is an acceptable caravan temp, I'll call in the favors. We're down to very, very little beer and very, very little psychoids. So I'm going to switch these over to psychoid plants from rice, even though it will cause a little bit extra work. Okay, once the constructors start to finalize breaking this down, that's when I'll know that I can expand the the turrets the way I want. Oh, a combat supplier. Is that even going to help me, though? I'm not even sure. All right. They might have doomsday launchers, I suppose. Compact weaponry. I could sell the pillar. I could obviously sell all of the jade sculptures. Yeah, they don't really have anything. Oh, no, they do have a doomsday launcher. Okay. Phoenix. Raptor, I'm going to have to wake you up. Because the doomsday launcher is worth it. Now, normally a doomsday launcher would be a lot more powerful, but in this series, the Reapers and the Mechanoids are just particularly hard to kill with doomsday launchers, which means that they're less effective than they otherwise would be. So keep that in mind going forward. You know, that they are not as strong as you'd think they would be. I'm actually going to sell the charged lances and flak vest as well. I can always replace them. Buy the dooms. And that's a pretty good trade. I like the green recon helmet, but it's a recon helmet. It's a cool color, though. They don't seem to have any other weapons I'm interested in. An L-Tech staff might be fun, but I think it's not going to outpunch the brawling weapons that I have. So this transport pod here will have 4 doomsday launchers ready to use on demand. It's quite a lot. And with any luck, I'll just keep getting more. You know what? It just occurred to me. I'm going to put this as normal. We still have more statues to sell. Because we didn't use up all of the silver that the... you just covered that so quickly. We didn't use up all the silver that the trade ship had. Because some of my statues were out of the trade zone. Okay, that's... We'll take... There we go. Perfect. Okay. That is absolutely maximizing. At another point, I am going to want to unload this and then put all of the Doomsdays and Resmec Serum in so that they're protected from tantrums. So if you punch a Doomsday launcher, that's kind of a problem. And then, alternatively, if you punch a Resmec Serum, that's a huge waste. Let's not allow any of that. Okay, there it is. Nice and loaded up. Oh, this looks good. It's just about ready. Sweet. All right, so at this point, the plan is to put autocannon turrets at about minimum range. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This does interfere with that door, however. But door be damned. We're gonna have to just move this door a bit. It's actually really easy to do. Just extending the distance. And then behind here, I'll do it with the native stones. So behind here, we are going to get sort of reloading doors and a place. So these 2 areas will be places that we can actually bunker down. And I think what I'm going to do is put cross doors here so I can switch sides. So that is the idea. And then in front of these autocannon turrets that I'm going to build, we'll put the plasteel turrets that I have to act as minimum distance buffers. We're also going to want fire foam. as well, and just like we did over here. And these are two little safe zones, right? They're sort of security areas in a way. And I could turn them into temporary triage hospitals as well. So one of the things I'm going to do is stockpile steel here. Call steel 1 and steel 2. So that we can build these a little bit faster, and we're going to have to haul over components and plasteel, but the components rot, so it won't be, I won't be doing that for components, but the plasteel as well. So steel, critical, copy and paste, and then let's do some plasteel. Just to speed this up, critical, plasteel, copy and paste. Okay, that should help out a bit. Now up here, this, let's see, this will get doors here, here. It looks good. All right. Keep smelting, because of course, everything that I'm building right now is requiring steel, and my steel, my nice abundance of steel is about to go disappear on me. Which I accept. And actually that door won't work there. Let's leave that door there. Put one here and one there. Okay, so that looks good. I'm gonna have Bash. Looks like Phoenix is already doing it. Just prioritize this stuff here because it is a little bit more sensitive, as we have holes in our base without this wall in place. Okay, we are now secured, or a little bit more secure than we otherwise would have been. This allows us to add 2 more traps. And then the doors here will allow us to traverse around really quickly. Nice. Well, kiss my steel stockpile goodbye. Speaking of which, let's continue, now that it's not too hot, to mine this tunnel steel. The unrestricted animal zone does allow them to get up there. Perfect. I'm going to allow my animals to haul everything outside of this tunnel. Everything in this tunnel is going to stay. Storeback's getting a little too hot. And those mechanites certainly aren't helping. Man, he's just hauling. And that's useful. It's going to get it built faster. All right, Leth and Gabe, let's put you back on mining jobs now. Because we have... Oh, this changed over. Let's put this to cotton again. You know what? We have 800 cotton. Let's put that to rice. But all of these hops are going to make a beautiful amount of beer. All right, so here they come. Way up north. There's obviously compacted machinery that I can mine out if I was needing it. I don't need it. Leaving some of it in the mountain prevents you from ever having a situation where, like, your base burns down, you have no compacted machinery left, you have no, components left, and you can't make a fabrication bench. It is sometimes ideal to leave some unmined so that it's sort of an insurance policy, if you will. What I could do is I could use these glow pods to move them up, but they mine fast enough in the dark anyway. I think it's fine. Filling up the fermenting barrels. And in 6 days' time, we're going to have lovely amount of beer. Where did Gabe go? Oh man, he is already in bed. Probably did not bring an armload of material with him. Our Raptor, I think it's about time. United. So trade caravan, Imperial, machinists, trade caravan, exotic, rebel farmers, trade caravan, bulk. Little mix of everything. Another thing I'm going to be likely doing is gifting a whole lot of insect jelly to them to maximize my reputation or my relation with them. I don't need all the insect jelly that I have, and trading it to them will be helpful because it will allow me to to not have to haul it. So manufactured wort. And allow wort up here as well. I don't want my wort to rot. We're going to have a lot of it. I suppose I could get another fermenting barrel up. Now let's see. Ooh, cargo pods. So one more batch of wort, and I'm going to forbid or suspend the make wort because we don't have space to store it. And hops last longer than wort. This spoils in 29 days, but wort spoils in like 5. Ooh, nice. Cycloid leaves. So we also needed tea. As you can see, my tea amount is down to 12, so a giant batch of space cycloid leaves, definitely helpful. Oh, here we are. We have need of dead power. So the dead power is going to run like this. I'm going to have live power on the walls because it's harder to blow up live power like that. And we'll have dead power crossover from top to bottom in this way. All these are now built, which is awesome. I can't turn the top 2 off, but we'll get there in a minute. So this zone and this zone can be deleted as we've built pretty much everything that we need to. That's a lot of plasteel. Now let's take a look at Leth and Gabe's mining zones. Nope, they haven't gone up here yet. I was worried that they made a trip and then ran out of mining to do. Hippie and Storbeck waiting for some care. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Raptor, would you be so kind as to tend? I'm using real meds just so that people aren't in pain. It will keep the pain levels down. And here's the area revealed. All right. So everybody that has mechanites are now well tended to, I think. Yeah, with timers of about 2 days. Yep, good. And we have a scattered mech hive raid. All right, let's lock it down. Pets inside. Angela is unconscious, so that's easy to do. Everybody else is going to stay fortified. I'm going to rally everyone. Now, there's a little bit of a worry with Leth and Gabe. They are sort of really far separated. So at this point, I'm going to pause. We do have one enemy here inside our walls, 2 enemies here inside our walls. I'll turn the turrets on, and let's prepare to respond to these insiders. These, okay, and there's also one in the kill box. I will turn these turrets on, and all of these as well, for whatever that is. Let's make sure that there's no others unaccounted. So here's one, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. I have no idea what the defoliator radius is, but we don't plan on waking them up. 2, 3 up there. 2 here. So Gabe and Leth are... it's going to be a little touch and go. I think what I'm going to want to do is to mine out here with them so that I can at least kite around the mountain, because right now I'm in a dead end and there's nowhere to go. So we're going to have to treat Gabe and Leth, and I'm going to move them down like this. Treat them a little bit differently than the rest of everybody else. Okay, so this... 2 Scythers. Oh, there's actually... I heard chopping. Where is the chopping? This, okay, maybe they're all Scythers. That, yeah, it seems like they're all Scythers. I'm going to confirm with numbers. Yeah, they're all Scythers. Okay, so Gabe and Leth, change of pace. Now, the other problem is it's nighttime. So, Gabe and Leth, what is your run speed? Barely faster than a Scyther. That's one of the things I've made sure to keep, is that my movement speed is faster than what Scythers can run during the night when they have speed advantages. All right, some of my mini turrets here are getting blown up, unsurprisingly. Oh, I can't turn those off. That's a big old problem. One that warrants JD to move to them quickly. Alright, Bash, you're going to do the same. Because I don't want my brand new turrets to blow up just because they can't turn off. Dead power is critical. Alright, so these Scythers here are traveling towards my base and not towards me, so I'll bring... Actually, you know what, Gabe and Leth, go back to mining. And this blew up even though it was unpowered. Alright, so one of them landed in my chimney, which is going to ruin the AC a bit. And we'll have to fix that. Actually, Bash, would you go to the one that's in the chimney? Alright, Raptor, up here. Oops, there is yet another. Storbeck, I'm not sure why you would do that. Let's chaos skip it, because I don't want Storbeck to get chopped up. JD head over. Yeah, that autocannon turret might be gone by now. I don't think it's savable. Which is really annoying. Alright, not for lack of trying. Everybody else go to the kill box. And then you guys... I'm going to set you guys on Gabe and Leth on a void. And have you, funny enough, just haul some steel home. Try to be productive in that remote position. Ah, yeah, figured that was going to happen. Oh well. All the more reason to have dead power. Alright, so these guys are heading up front. Hippie and Raptor joins. Bash, I'm going to have you start to repair the damage done to the base so I don't have any heating problems. Another thing I'm going to want to do, because, you know, these Scythers are coming in when I'm not ready and this door is not built, which is the real problem. Come, hurry up. God, you guys are slow. Yeah, alright, this other autocannon turret is toast. Actually, chaos skipping them away seems to be working. Alright, let's, JD... It's these stupid bricks here. Get off the turret. Nope, couldn't save it. Oh, good. Chaos skipped it right on top of me. Okay, well, now I don't have that problem anymore, but that sucks. Let's go ahead and use the allow tool. Okay, let's fall back. Ouch. I want to minimize my steel usage here because we have a lot of things that are being built with steel. But of course, I don't want my turrets to get destroyed or anything like that either. Alright, Gabe and Leth, you're doing just fine. The cuts I have here are superficial. Alright, time to auto-cannon on, I think. So let's hug the turrets so we don't get friendly fired. That's probably good. Turn them off. Alright, numbers. No more Scythers are left. I think that's it. Super annoying. Super annoying raid there. With the unbelievable amounts of damage it managed to cause because of no dead power. And some stupid blocks that were in the way. We were not ready. But hey, it's a learning, you know, it is a learning experience, I suppose. All right, well, we'll get back to building that up. We basically have no steel now, and we're gonna have to reload, which means that whatever steel that we could build with, we're gonna have even less. But there is some important builds, this cooler specifically. Without that, our kitchen is cooking. So get that built ASAP before things rot. All right, so this heater should be down, or cooler should be down to 26. And then this one, I don't know, to 26 as well, let's say. Yeah. All right, has not rotted. That's good, I guess. I'm going to allow all and then re-forbid the meat. Mr. Bash. Let's set up avoid zones. Make sure that they're right. It's been a while. Yeah, they're fine. And pets. Feel free to haul again. Okay, everybody sealed up. That's really good. Building the last few southern turrets. And then learning from my mistakes, I'm going to force JD to at least make some of this conduit. So that we can turn this off. That was a bit of a problem. So we can check the ship part defoliator radius depending on where the trees are dying. None of these trees have grown enough because of the growth rate, given the temperatures are so slow, that they ooh, it's raining. That they're harvestable, but you know, we'll be able to tell once the radius reaches us. And it's under 100. Oh, another raid of Scythers and Scythers. Oh boy. All right, Leth and Gabe. Well, this time I'll be ready. And we can use a lot more Psycast to berserk them onto one another. I'd love it if the trade caravans would show up too. Gonna do some quick field repairs. So now the only valid path to get to me, let me forbid that, is to walk the maze here. And I'm getting dead power built with JD in order to be able to turn off these turrets here, which are the ones in danger. I'm going to have Raptor try to intercept some of these Scythers for berserking. There we go. That's a whole lot of them that can fight one another. All right, that should be enough. There we go. So these can turn off. We're also going to want to update the home zones. Because that's something I realized I hadn't done yet. All right. There we go. Ooh, what a good berserk. All right, get them to murder one another. Now, let's get ready to shoot a whole lot of Scythers. Ideally, let's turn these on. We'll be shooting with the mini turrets. Let's get these autocannons on. So we don't have enough sidecasting to yet. Oh, let's get choke up on these. We don't have enough side focus. Oh, no, there we go. When I think that there's a chance to poke out and berserk, I will. There. Perfect. The more I can get them to murder each other, the easier it will be for me to reset. Man, that door is not even attacked. So the idea is to have mini turrets here to keep them off of these autocannon turrets, which I don't have yet. I haven't installed them. But yeah, that's the future installation. Will be done eventually, I promise. All right, Hippie also has the ability to berserk. So I'm going to cause a little chaos in the doorway here to lighten the load for the turrets. And then I'm going to bring Raptor back inside for the same purpose. He's probably done Berserk Pulsing, because I don't have quite that much Psycast focusing. But some. All right, Hippie, let's... Oh, no, you're done. You're spent. Pets inside. Let's back up. And another thing I wanted to be able to do is to spin up these turrets once the enemies pass by, to then shoot them from behind, which is going to be key. Then I can quickly turn these off and have them no longer draw fire. Uh-oh. That turret's not looking so good. All right, let's turn all these off now. Why does it always have to be, hey, you have valid targets. Get off my autocannon turret. There we go. All right, here's a healthy one. Let's berserk you. Colonist needs rescue. Oh boy. The autocannon turret has shattered Storbeck's spine. That's fun. Sorry, Mr. Storbeck. I will definitely be making a artificial spine for you. I'm glad you survived. That's a pretty nasty thing to have happen. We're getting some of these mini turrets that are running legit out of ammo. I have JD going to rescue. God, how many there was like, what, 60 Scythers? That's just unnecessarily nasty. All right, at this point, I'm going to turn off the autocannon turrets. And I'm going to turn off the mini turrets. I think our shooters can handle the rest, as there's only a few left. All right, numbers says there's a single Scyther left. So I will kill this last Scyther, and that will be all the time I have. Thanks, Randy. You really are a gem. So, before I forget, let me queue up a bionic spine to be made immediately. Come on, Scyther. Okay. It's rough that the only damage I took was friendly fire, but hey, that sometimes happens. That is all the time I have. We are going to have to clean up that massive mess. The proof of concept, I would say, of the kill box, even though the mini turrets weren't installed on the eastern side, I would say is a overwhelming success. I like it, and I hope to add to it once I have the steel to do so. If you have any feedback for me, let me know in the comments below. Thank you so very much for watching. I'll catch you next episode. Farewell.